7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. What is up, everybody? Welcome to a special edition of the Moto Aftermath Show presented by TLR Coatings. This is our off-season show. In case you haven't noticed, we haven't really been doing any other off-season shows. We kind of skipped Straight Rhythm. We skipped that race called MXoN that no one cares about anymore. So we skipped over all that. But we are back now. We're going to cover all of those. We're going to cover Monster Energy Cup that happened last night. We're going to go over some stuff for the future plans of the show. This is actually the last show with this particular studio. So how does this is 3 years of our lives now in this studio. But year 4, we're going different.
I might shed a tear a little bit on the opener. Is it going to be done for A1 or the preview show?
The preview show.
Oh, the preview show. December,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Oh,
we're moving back 3 feet from where we are right now. But it's going to be new. It's going to be all new.
Are we going to have Mathis on?
I mean, maybe. I'm not really sure about, but
I want to shed a tear a little bit. I mean, we went from small beginnings, man.
We went from 2 dudes on 2 stools
in the fucking corner of your fucking room, and then we had this. Actually, the very first show was at your old work. And what room was that?
I don't know. The Cuban room. That's where we were.
Yeah.
The Cuban room. In front of the whiteboard in the Cuban room.
Yeah,
and I wore that helmet I have on the shelf up there.
Just who would have thunk it?
And now 3 years later, we're going to have some bigger and better stuff than we do now.
Good Lord.
It's incredible.
We still can't get no money.
That's the start of the new desk right there.
Is it?
Is it? Yes.
We still can't get no money.
We still can't get any. I don't know. I got to send some emails this week. But anyway, so welcome in here.
Cole will be here shortly.
Cole's on his way, but he's late as always.
Normal.
He's like a woman. Anyway, as I said, show presented by TLR Coatings, Michigan's #1 custom powder coating shop. Make sure to check them out for all your powder coating needs. And yes, we do shipping. And in fact, the new studio is integrated into the new. What do you think of the shop setup here? I mean, it's a little different. I mean, this is different.
I like it. It's more open.
You like the wood grain on the wall there?
I do. I like
Dude,
it.
I mean,
I like it better. It's more open.
It's only going to be like up there, but it's
nice.
going to be sick. Anyway, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. We are only 10 away from our 1,000 subscriber video. Like, there's a good possibility we are going to do a Supercross preview and a 1,000 subscriber video all in the same week, which is going to be magical.
Let's do it.
It's going to be magical. There will be giveaways for that. Speaking of giveaways, as far as fantasy goes, if you finished first and second, which I know the one guy who finished first in our motocross fantasy series, Vinny, he did contact me through Facebook. However, I don't remember what his name was on Facebook.
Oh, it's not Vinny?
I don't think it was.
How weird is that?
And he's from the United Kingdom.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I do remember saying
he told me, he's like, don't worry about it. But Vinny, like I told you, I will send you. I just need you to contact me. And also, second place, I need you to contact me. I don't remember who second place was. If you got first or second place, all you guys got to do, drop me an email, comment down below with your email or something, and I will get your information and get your stuff out. Third place, your stuff just came out. Sorry, you got the old t-shirt because I had it sitting there and I was like, oh crap, I gotta get this out to him. So anyway, also we have a newer Patreon user, Kurt, who I think has been backing us for a couple months. I owe you a t-shirt too. I will get a hold of you. I have your contact information on Patreon. He's doing like $5 a month, dude. So you
nice.
Get a t-shirt.
Appreciate that.
So anyway, so Kurt, I think is what it is on Patreon. I will get a hold of you. If you guys want, we do have, boom, in case you haven't seen it on the social media, we do have the new t-shirt with the tire track. Have you seen this?
Is that a kid's shirt? What is that?
It's just a small. Just the first one.
No, I saw it on the, did you have it on the Facebook page?
I had it on Facebook and the Instagram page.
I saw it on the Facebook page.
So we do have these. They are actually super nice. I didn't even cheap out and buy the cheap shirts. These are, feel this, it's nice. It's like a high, middle of the range, almost high level shirt. Yeah.
Nice. I like
So they're $25 shipped anywhere in the US. So if you want to, there is a PayPal link down below. PayPal the $25. Leave your address in the notes, your shirt size in the notes, and I will get you a shirt out. You can also follow us, like he said, on all the social media networks, so Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. We have the podcast, which this will go up on the podcast also. You can support us through Patreon. There's Amazon links in the description that help support us. But really the biggest thing is to, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and share. We're 10 away from 1,000. At 1,000, we can start generating some AdSense there. That will really help us out.
We have ideas for that show, but we haven't talked about it in a little bit. But me and Travis had some ideas, so
we have some ideas. But yeah, so that could be 2 big shows in a week. We could do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway show and our annual Supercross preview show,
which I'm pretty sure I've come to the realization that that's the one that everybody looks forward to.
Middle of December. Yes, it does.
And I don't even think it has anything to do with that. I think it's just everybody gets amped up for Supercross, especially with how long the offs, because there's 2 weeks off from Supercross outdoors.
Yep.
So I think it's yeah, that's been our biggest videos. So.
And we're not really going to cover a bunch of silly season stuff in this video either. We'll cover a lot of that in the Supercross preview once everything's kind of settled, because we've talked about some of it already. And we will cover a couple of things, specifically this guy right here.
Speaking of that, before we get too big into that, and I guess we could talk about it when we talk about Monster Cup, but did you happen to see that Feld is now going to be doing stuff with CBD?
Yes,
they caved. They
yes,
caved.
I did. I noticed that.
Money-hungry sons of bitches.
Right up on that big elevated turn.
And
CBDMD.
What's really unfortunate is that, hey!
Here he comes.
You know what really sucks about
starting without me again?
Yeah. You know what really sucks about that is Dino's going to be out for 2020, and he was the one to benefit most from it.
I know. Okay, so as far as fantasy went for last night, that was kind of a last-minute deal. I didn't really know there was fantasy. Good job on you. Good looking out to let me know if there was. Get that off the fucking thing. We're not sponsored by.
Not sponsored by. Oh, sorry.
No. Anyway, so there was actually a fantasy league. I put it up as much as I could on social media. There were all of 3 of us that entered. It was you, me, and my buddy Matt.
Who won?
Matt. He scored 146 points. I was 135, and you were like 130. At least according. According to what I looked up. So the highest was
I haven't even looked.
130.
Okay.
You were below me. I scored a solid 19 points in the amateur all-star class.
Was there high scores in this whole thing? Or
no.
Yeah, the high score was 165. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a little tricky for sure.
It was weird.
I don't even remember who I picked.
Why were all the amateurs negative handicaps?
Yeah, Jalik Swole was a -6.
Jalik is just negative.
That is insane. So anyway, so shout out to Matt.
Oh,
do you want some?
Are you nervous?
No. Don't fucking touch my lower back.
So shout out.
8 minutes. We're 8 minutes in?
Yeah, you're late.
All right, let's get going to this shit.
Shout out to Matt. You get a t-shirt. He even texted me. He's like, hey, if you beat me, I'll buy you a t-shirt from somewhere else.
I'll buy your own t-shirt for you.
Thanks. So shout out to Matt. I will get you a t-shirt coming up here real soon at some point. Anyway. Okay, cool. So let's talk. You guys want to start with straight rhythm or MXoN?
Might as well do straight.
Let's start with MXoN.
Oh, we want to do MXoN? All right.
Let's start with MXoN.
Yeah.
We still suck.
Yeah, I mean, we can just jam it down everybody's throat. Everybody's probably heard everything by this point, but what is your theory on this, Justin? You always got a pretty good theory. Do you think the Europeans are just better nowadays? They have a better training?
Outdoors, yeah. I just
outdoors, 100%. I just Supercross, I don't even want to have that conversation.
I just think they're better than us. They take it more serious. That's the only thing they have going. You know, they have like the French, Supercross series, and Australia has their own New Zealand. I just think that they've not surpassed us by a lot, because obviously, our top guy, Eli, and if AC maybe would have been different. We saw what Cooper did with the dry track on Saturday. But if we're at an A-, they're on the fringe of being an A+. Like, we're not that much.
Just a couple clicks off, yeah.
But I don't think it would have been any different if you would have sent Eli and AC, and Zacho probably still would have been the third guy. Maybe, and granted, a torrential downpour. This is like the 3rd straight year.
I mean, and it really sucks too that those guys went over and put all that effort in, got acclimated to the time change, and they really invested in themselves.
But look what Hurlings did though to Anderson. I mean, Anderson was in 6th. Hurlings crashed 3 times past him and put 40 seconds on him.
Yeah, but realistically, the entire race went out the window for
as soon as
US. I was gonna say.
But think about what if that.
30 seconds into the race.
But think about if that would have been an actual, like, no, because they got rain on Thursday and Friday night, so even obviously Saturday for the qualifier. Think about if that would have been a typical Assen dry sand race.
If it was typical Assen dry, Netherlands, yes, they would have taken it.
Yeah,
No one was beating the Netherlands.
Nobody was beating them. They were
But
on home soil.
look at Van Horbeek. Look at what Strebos did. Look what Paul's Jonas did. Look what...
I don't know. I didn't watch the race. Like, I stuck to that. I watched literally the highlights video.
Dude, your boy Zacho got, like, beat by dudes.
I was going to ask you, like, how you felt about Zacho's.
I don't give a damn. I'm openly out there with most of the people around now. I don't give a shit about that race. Anytime they want to come ride Supercross and get their ass whooped, fine, no problem.
But see, that's
just like
Well,
when
hang on,
we can jump
forward a little bit.
We get our ass whooped.
But the
Fine.
thing is that you can't really say though that we're going to get our asses whooped because our two top guys in this country are Europeans.
If that race meant something,
Hang on.
Monster would have made AC and Eli go.
I think
If that race meant something, it means nothing. It's another GP. It's number 20.
Well, yeah,
That's
it's different because we're there, but I think that Monster also realizes
It would be it would be just another GP if we didn't throw the Americans.
But we're not. But Monster knows though that even like I said, add Eli and AC to that race and nothing changes. They still get beat.
I'm not saying that, but I'm
for
just
that
saying,
race,
if
though,
it meant
America,
something-
Team USA, they sell tickets.
But yeah, because that's the only thing that's different now. Yes, the team and the pageantry of being riding for your own country. But like everybody's talking about this whole Supercross of Nations thing, and if that was a real thing, like what they were talking about going to one of the biggest stadium. What was it? Argentina, whatever. It's like the biggest stadium in the world. It can seat like 125,000 people, or whatever, making a Supercross track out of it, which will never happen because soccer gets played there. They'll never tear up a soccer field for fucking dirt bikes.
No,
but
especially Europe.
Yeah, no shit. They were talking about that, and yeah, you know that's different and stuff. But everybody talks about Supercross and having to be the best rider, but we also need to realize, and that'll be the last thing I'll say about this. We're the only country that races Supercross and actually cares about it. Mm-hmm. You got the whole rest of the world that outdoors is the number one thing. So I think that as Americans, we got to stop saying, well, if they want to be the best in the world, they got to do both. No, we're the only people that really give a shit about Supercross. So it doesn't matter to the rest of the world, and that takes precedent. Like,
yeah.
Nobody over in the GPs gives a shit about it. Hurlings makes just as much money fucking doing what he's doing as Cooper Webb made winning a Supercross championship.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. Until they take outdoors and they put it on a NASCAR track under the lights, much like Assen,
or what they did in Charlotte,
motocross will never take precedence over Supercross in the United States again. It just won't.
No.
It just won't. There's always going to be, I'm not going to argue, there's always going to be those hardcore fans. We're part of that nation because we watch it and we enjoy it. And once we get to round 17 of Supercross, we go, fuck, it's time for outdoors. Yes.
And it just switches it up. Makes it a
Yep.
little
But
different.
until then, but even then, it's like, dude, by the time we get to midway, by the time we get to Redbud, I'm over outdoors.
But you know what? But the
It
thing
takes
is,
6 rounds. It takes at least 10 to 12 of Supercross.
have you guys
before I'm over it.
been keeping up on the MX Nation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the last one where they were talking to Roger and you could tell when he was talking about it, like it actually looked like he was starting to cry because he's like he's not going to stop doing this until he wins another one.
Which is
and I hate to
sad.
say it, I don't think it's going to happen.
He's not going to be the guy to get us another one.
No, and I honestly don't know what you could do. It's
to the point where I mean you can hear Jason Thomas or Steve and all these guys on the other shows like beating a dead horse. Why not put a guy like Marsha on a 250F or something? Let's start mixing some shit up.
Look, I commend what our guys did. Like that took a lot of balls. It took a lot of time out of shit that they weren't getting paid for. Even though Anderson, basically all that whole thing was paid for by Alpine Stars, so that was a little bit different.
Well, and Anderson, I think a lot of that whole trip was to boost the team pride, that kind of deal.
So I respect everything
worked.
they did.
Even though he went over there and did all that, it worked in both sides.
But we're never going to be better than teams like Belgium, and we're not going to. It's just not. We're not there anymore.
I still have to agree with Wygant in a sense. It's luck. Okay, you go. We don't have that crash 30 seconds into the first moto. It's completely different.
But we still don't win.
But we're on the box.
Yeah, we're on the box.
And this conversation then is completely
But how sad
different.
is it? How sad is it though that it come from us? We back in the 80s and the 90s, we won 12 straight in a row. So now we're like, oh hey, we're just happy to be on the box.
Yeah, but I haven't
It's
looked.
just weird
I haven't looked
seeing
back
the
at
team in the
it.
guard.
But Jason has said the same thing too on all the shows. Go back and look at those races. How many times is it that we got lucky that we
did?
Okay, so it's like, well, our luck just isn't there right now. Like I totally agree with him on that stuff, and that's part of what it is. I mean, you've got from Anderson getting landed on to Webb falling over in that corner to now Cooper
J-Mar
and,
breaking his thumb or whatever it was.
Cooper and fucking and Ando coming together.
Yeah.
The bad luck streak
Yes.
just continues. Last year was just a straight ass whoop.
I think we just need to. I think we just need to realize though that the
On
Netherlands,
home soil.
the Netherlands is the best. They have the best guys
Right now,
riding
yes.
outdoors.
Yep.
And I don't see that changing for a while because for whatever reason, Koldenhoff has found his magic.
How
Hurling's
old is that man?
Glenn's 25 or 26.
He's that young.
Yeah, he's not old.
Yeah.
He's
He's not much older than Hurling's then.
He went, but see, he took advantage of the whole, hey, there's no age limit. He went pro at like age 15. So like
Hurling's.
well, no, what I'm saying is he's just been racing for a long time, so
yeah.
people think he's older than he actually is. That's another last
He's
thing.
just hitting his stride.
Yes. So with her, yeah, it's not going to change. But yeah, no, it does suck. Like, look, I fucking hate it. I hate sitting here and saying, hey, we're not good enough. But the thing is that I realize that we're just not anymore. Supercross, different, but
I will say.
It's crazy to me to see like the changing of guard where the European guys used to look at the Americans and be like, I want to ride like the Americans.
oh yeah,
And now it's the Americans looking at those European guys like, I want to ride.
everybody
like
wants to ride
European
like
guys.
Kenny and Marv. Everybody wants to be. Everybody wants. If you took Eli's speed and you gave him Kenny's style, he'd be unbeatable.
Yep.
As hard as that is to say, but that's the truth, though. So
Yeah.
I will
Just
say-
the raw speed, but
Yeah.
it's not consistent speed.
no, it's not.
Justin Cooper impressed me winning that qualifying race.
Yeah,
That was impressive.
There was a
You
lot
eat your words a
more.
little bit.
I think we all. I think
For that,
everybody-
yeah, a little bit. I think
everybody
there was a
did
lot
too.
of people.
I was
that
more surprised with the
went,
kid Kyle Webster.
I
That
don't
young,
know who the fuck
the
that
kid
is.
from Australia.
Yeah.
Well, he got third. He was running second for until blew one of the berms, but
No.
dude, he didn't
I
even win his own
remember hearing
series.
a little bit about that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, no, it just sucks because I don't see us winning for a very long time, and I don't think with the current or with the new talent coming up through that it's going to change. Now, maybe next year, maybe AC can convince Cowie to go, and he goes, and we get Zacho or whoever, but I don't think it's going to change. I don't think the attitude is the issue. It's just we're not good enough.
I don't
outdoors
know. I
anymore.
feel like next year we stand a lot better because it's hard pack.
Yeah,
Going
but the
back
French
to
guys
today.
ride hard pack shit all the time.
And they're the French guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the fucking
They're
French
French.
guys, and maybe Roman Fevre won't have 2 broken femurs.
That could be too.
So anyway, straight rhythm.
Okay, yeah. So moving on to our next off-season race here, straight rhythm. What'd you guys think of that?
Dude,
Event of the year.
I fucking had a smile, fucking just a grin. The
I
whole
thought it was cool, man.
shit-eating grin, man. Fucking love it.
All the behind the scenes videos were cool as shit.
Yep.
It was cool.
Everybody was just having fun, man.
That save by the cat. Top 10 saves of all time?
Oh, it was Pastrana to the T.
Oh, 100%.
He did a very good job doing.
Dude, when they had the camera on the backside of the face where you couldn't see it,
Where
like,
you
I
should-
was like, oh shit!
That's what I think everybody did.
Oh, yeah.
No, dude. For me, being a kid that grew up in the '90s, 2-strokes still, I think they're the best. That for me, that's the event. I loved it. I loved seeing the fact that Kenny went on the last 2-stroke to lead
That
a
was
Supercross.
so awesome.
The fact that it was McGrath's bike.
So on that bike, well, this is getting into the technical side of it. Did you see any videos on what they were running for carburetor style? Were they running Electron or
No,
were they
they were-
running what they rode back in the
They
day?
were running what they rode back then, except they had I forgot the Honda technician guy. He went in there and he did he boarded out, and then I think they basically tried to copy what Electron does, where they put a wing in the front, kind of like, do you remember the old power now systems on the 4-stroke carburetors where they put it in the? It basically mixes the fuel and the air. It mixes it before it actually goes into the cylinder.
okay.
So they did a lot of work.
So obviously they didn't give that to Sealy.
No,
No.
Celia I actually think was running the Electron carb.
No,
no, he didn't.
No, because Mitch Payton was sitting there too.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
But-
he wanted to.
But he supposedly had a Honda motor. I'm just wondering the carburetor didn't come in the package or
No.
what the deal is.
No,
so.
I think that carburetor was a one-off thing, and there was probably a lot of money that went into that.
Yeah, okay.
Because that bike was crispy.
But I love the fact
But they had
that
2 of them.
Yeah.
I love the fact that old Honda beat all them new KTMs.
They look better than all of them too. But I think that's a lot Kenny's technique, getting that power to the ground.
Oh
Dude, and the
my
fact,
God,
hey,
dude.
hey though, how about Josh Hansen?
Oh,
Oh, he would have won.
And you know what's great? You know what's great about him, and what I love, like even though he grew up racing 2-strokes, but you watch Handy and how smooth he is, you think of 4-strokes because just his style.
Dude, he didn't spend a lot of time on.
But
it.
the thing I love about Handy is, and you watch a lot of these guys that rode 4-strokes and they get on the 2-strokes. When they leave the face of jumps, they don't have that weight at the front end, so they don't really know how to balance out the bike. So you get that front wheel high thing. Handy just drops the front end all the time, and that's his thing. And everybody even made it there was like a thread on Vital. People were talking about that, like, why does it? But anybody that's ever ridden a 2-stroke, especially going from a 4-stroke, they know that if you don't weight that front end, you're going to get front wheel high off the face. And Hanny, I didn't really think about it until I watched it. I'm like, dude, he'd have been perfect back in the day for riding a 252 stroke in Supercross. And the fact that, what was it, like quad, or whatever the fuck he was doing?
Like 3-3-4s, 3-4-3 or something.
And Kenny's just like, no,
Not doing it.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna, now, if that would have been different, it would
When Bill Poto tried it and watered his cookies.
Well,
Yeah.
that shows you Yamaha sucks.
Whoa.
Oh,
Shots
fucking, well, you know
You see my
that.
Yamaha?
No,
I got a Yamaha.
No, what'd you get?
It is
What is
a
it?
prime
Oh,
suspect.
You're gonna have to show me because
It's prime.
All right.
Works well.
Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Joey Crown though, good for him. I mean, I
I didn't see that coming. That was kind of out of left
No,
field for
that
me,
was,
but-
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I know that he did an interview with Weege afterwards, and he kind of came out there to like. He was thinking that, oh, if he wins this, like maybe with some of the manufacturer guys being there, like, oh, maybe it'll. I'm like, I don't really know how well that's gonna get you a ride for Supercross,
Yeah.
but
It's getting him some.
it got his name out there.
Yeah.
That bike was definitely not stock. That was a KTM 150 with some mods done to it. Because I mean, dude, that thing was a rocket ship coming out of the.
Dude, I listened to the interview he did with Mathis, and he's
also
like,
a little small guy. Though.
he's like, dude, in practice, my dad said, I don't know why we fucking came.
All I know
His
is.
dad literally was like, I don't know why the fuck we drove.
Well, that's
out
bad.
here."
I saw some videos of him, not on his Instagram. He had some videos up on his Instagram, but of some other people, and they
I
were.
saw a video of him on an actual Supercross
Yeah,
track, and he was
that-
hauling ass.
Yeah, well, there was I watched those videos, and there were some videos like he was riding with Marco Canella, who rides a GPF, and he's also a Yamaha supported rider. And there was a couple other. There was like some triple sections at another Supercross track that he was riding that a lot of guys weren't doing on 250Fs, and he was hitting it on that 150, and I'm like, yeah, that's fast. That's a fast bike.
That fucker's quick.
But no, I was just really
Waiting for it to get traded in down there at Championship. And I'm gonna
Fucking-
drive right
Drive right over and just
fucking won by Joey Crown.
Yeah, I mean, all Jeff Walker's bikes are there.
No shit.
They get sold immediately.
Speaking of that,
We got one of those
Jeff,
too.
Jeff didn't even fucking.
Qualify.
He was like last.
Is he
He
really
was
racing
last.
Supercross
Yeah.
for what's his nuts team?
Yeah.
That's a well. It sounds like Jerry Robbins on that team, but yeah, that's the rumor that he's gonna be on Michael Lindsay's Supercross team. Which, by the way, I want to know how the fuck Michael Lindsay got so much money because, dude, like apparently there's some big people back in this team.
Because Michael Lindsay has connections and they like it.
Oh, I think they're getting bikes from Chaparral out there in California.
Doesn't surprise me.
Well,
That's a big fucking place.
What are
We
they
like
doing?
that.
Putting them in a semi and all this kind of stuff? Or what kind of people have you heard that are backing?
Well, Chaparral's gonna be one thing. They're gonna get some support from Honda.
Well, ooh, Chaparral. They pulled out of McGrath's team.
Yeah.
They pulled out of Andrew Shore.
No,
they
they're
pulled
getting-
out all these guys.
I think from what
That
I've
football
heard,
game is strong.
from what I heard,
Yeah, it
Honda, is it not? I can't remember if it's RG3. I think it's RG3 is doing the chassis stuff, or whoever. Oh, Oleans. No, Oleans. I think it's Oleans because I think that's what
They
Jerry
got that
Robbins.
race tech stuff that they.
It might be. I feel like Jerry Robbins was running Oleans though. It's either Oleans or Race Tech. Who is it? Jamie Ellis at Twisted Development is supposedly doing the motors. And I think they're just getting like cash from people that Michael has done business
I
with.
don't know what you doing, like GoFundMe or something. I don't know.
I'll fucking
Dude,
know.
he's got some. He's been in it a long time. He's got some
Got some
connections.
stuff figured out, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Maybe they'll
It'll
pick
be
up Tom
interesting to see how a local guy that we know, Jeff, how that translates. I mean,
I don't think that's
he's
gonna
had
go well.
quite a bit of time on a Supercross track. Don't let anybody fool you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, he was riding at Hampshire's out last year. He was riding.
He's ridden at the Nest.
He's been riding at the Nest, but when he tried doing the Tampa deal, he was at Hampshire's like every day.
Are they doing East Coast or West?
I imagine for Jeff it'd be East.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to send him out to California and then go to St. Louis and all that shit. Because he's still at school, too. So, I don't know. I mean, I hope he does well. I don't know how well that's going to be. I mean, he's still, even though he's not, like, heavy, he's a big kid on a 250F. And now, if that motor is done by Jamie Ellis,
He'll be
and
fine,
yeah, it's going to be fine. But, I don't know.
You mean we're not gonna have a lot?
And Jeff,
No,
look
those
at that
are
house, dude.
Yep.
No, those
there
were
it is.
Yamahas. Those were Yamahas. We're talking Hondas now.
Okay.
Hondas don't blow up.
Okay.
Well, Jeff too, like I think just as long as he focuses on the whoops, like his last little, like when he tried Tampa Supercross, it was the whoops that bit him. So I think if he just hammers out whoops, and just kind of gets over that fear because he's already had a bad experience.
Oh,
with
yeah.
him. So if he just focuses on that and figures it out, I think the rest of it might be all right. But obviously, a first year Supercross, it's not going to be easy, and he knows that. So.
Well, and as lengthy as he is too, I don't know if he's ever gotten a riding coach or whatever. But as lengthy as he is, being on a 250F, if whoops are the issue, someone needs to go work with it because that kid should be able to hit whoops like it's nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the kid is huge. So
Okay.
yeah.
Last thing to wrap this section up. What do y'all think of Pastrana riding straight rhythm?
The backflips, man,
Dude, that was fucking awesome.
and the fact that he still won. I mean, granted that bike was.
Well, I'm just glad he beat Bowers
that was hilarious.
with a backflip.
Dude, I was thinking that bike of Bowers, even though they got a lot of money into it, at some point that bike was going to snap in half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Like, dude, that thing is a 1988. Those were not the best bikes.
No,
ever
dude, they had to
built.
re-gusset the frames and shit. Like, dude, they had issues back in the 90s of like the heads, like the neck of the frame snapping in half.
Really?
Like they were doing, like if you didn't go through and you torque everything, and especially if you made sure like all the forks and the triple clamps was everything up to spec, like dude, they would literally take like right off with the steering stem, and they would snap right off the top.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no shit.
Makes me want to go buy one.
Yeah, well, you
No,
know,
I'll just take the RMs of
I
that.
wouldn't.
And the best part, Pastrana's blown out ass knees.
Electric Star.
The electric star.
So awesome.
Well, yeah, dude, you heard his issues that he had at Redbud last year for MXoN
yeah.
Nations. Like, dude, he couldn't even fucking like. They had to help him off the bike.
Dude, like I don't understand this. I saw a picture of him sitting in the, like they had him in a van or whatever out there. Dude runs knee pads. Why has that man never worn a knee brace?
I don't know.
Travis is just from that era. Like, he has a different mentality. I mean, dude,
Doesn't run knee braces.
he can't even
runs a kidney
he can't
belt.
scrub. Like, it's just weird. He just fucking launches shit and just absorbs the front end.
How do you scrub this jump?
He even said that back in the day, like the first time he rode the 500, he's like, dude,
I don't
he's
know
like,
how to scrub.
I don't know how to scrub. He's like, that was before my time. That wasn't a thing.
They had the Jeremy Malo or whatever.
Oh, Red Bull?
Yeah,
Red Bull
they
guy?
had him on the deal.
Seriously?
And
Not even on fucking Vibrate?
this happens every time. I feel like. Anyway, yeah. Where was I going? Oh, they built that step up specifically for Pastrana to do backflips.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that thing was a wall. So yeah, no, I really hope they keep doing it. I have some stuff to say about the Monster Energy Cup as far as like people being interested in it.
Well, we're getting to that
And
next.
honestly, it wouldn't hurt my feelings of straight rhythm just because we had Coop. Anderson was supposed to do it, but I don't know if you guys heard he wasn't comfortable
Yeah.
because coming off a month of riding in the fucking sand.
Yeah.
I don't blame
Andy
him.
hasn't ridden a Supercross track since he blew his wrist out.
And
Yeah.
Marv was supposed to race it, but he had his knee issues, and apparently he was also getting married in France, so that was another thing. You know, the fact that we'll never get Eli to do it because Monster will just never let. And you know, AC won't do it. But the more and more big names that we get to do it, and the fact that you had a guy like Brandon Hartraft, who by the way would be awesome on a two-stroke, didn't even know the fucking kid could ride a two-stroke.
That was amazing.
The fact that you had him, Pierce Brown, Parker Mashburn, like putting it to the big names.
Yep.
That just
It's a lot of parody. And
Yeah, and I know that it's going straight
and
to
the
no
90s
turns.
shit was so cool. Everybody's creativity just.
It was. So I love the event. I hope they keep going with it. I hope that it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and maybe, you know, they'll go to a different complex.
Maybe.
I don't know if they will.
I don't know where.
Put one on the
where
East
they're
Coast,
going.
bro. Put one
Well,
on the East Coast.
But if you get a big name like-
Motorsports Park.
If you get a big name like Kenny to do it, that means you're doing something right. Because
Yeah.
Kenny, with all his shit going on, all that pressure on him going into the 2020 season, and he goes, yeah, no, I'll do this event. I'll go ride a two-stroke. Didn't really race two-strokes other than 85s. The fact that they got him to do it, and I know even though he's a Red Bull guy, that's a big deal.
Yep.
Like, I don't think people realize how big of a deal that is.
Yeah.
So, I love
Well,
it.
even Cooper Webb, defending champ.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the fact that fucking Pierce Brown beat him.
That's
He got
hilarious.
pissed.
That's
Did Cooper Webb
hilarious.
get salty?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, he got salty. He didn't even want to, like, look at him. He just fucking rode away. I think Pierce wanted to go shake his hand, and he was like, oh, no, never mind.
All right.
I
Well,
see a toneback last night.
let's talk about the relevant race here next. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back with Monster Energy Cup.
Let's do it. Comment and subscribe.
Donuts. Donuts.
What about donuts?
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
what do you
bring some?
mean?
Did you bring some?
No, I didn't
Did
bring
you
donuts.
watch the race?
Bro, this
Oh.
name we're gonna start with donuts, bro.
Oh,
Eat this
fuck
fucking
it.
donut.
Hang on. Are you even gonna start in the Super Mini class, or you don't give a shit?
No, I don't give a shit about Evan Ferry, the fact that he won. The only person that cares is Tim Ferry and Steve Mathis. Because he
Evan
can say,
Ferry.
Ferry won!
Evan Ferry. Yeah, I mean, dude.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
nobody-
hang on. I'm wondering where that Husky ride came from because I haven't seen any results out of the kid until now.
No, he was getting his
He
ass
signed it
whooped.
like 2 days before.
Yeah, bro, he was getting his ass whooped in 12 to 14, and I think he rode Super Mini 1, and I think he got like 8th or 9th. Because Husky don't have anybody on a mini bike. Like they were looking
I put somebody on a mini bike.
They were looking at fucking Hayden Deegan over at KTM, and they're looking at Ryder D on Cowie, and they're like, we're gonna go grab Evan. No disrespect to Evan Ferry. The kid's fast, and obviously everybody knows who his dad is. But he beat Gavin Towers and a kid from Canada that I've never heard of before.
Did y'all notice that there was like one Yamaha and two Kawasaki's in that class?
Bro, by the way,
were all Huskies and
two
K-Tems.
things.
Anyway, let's just go straight to the
Hold on. How painful? Two things. How painful was that little stupid segment they were interviewing the kids?
Oh, so
Talking about it, and this kid's like, yeah, my dad used to race three-wheelers, and I'm like, ugh.
Hang on. Second thing, I don't know if this is where you're going. Who was that jailbait reporter?
I was where I was
Oh
going.
my god, the little girl? She was like from.
She's
She
pretty
works
good.
for NBC.
Yeah, she
does
works for
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
She was good.
Dude.
Yeah, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, what in the hell? Like, what is this? And she's talking to Evan Ferry, and all I can think of is that kid's probably trying so hard not to just like stare at her.
Yeah. Did y'all
Jailbait, bro.
Did y'all watch the press event where she asked Tomac what he did with his money when he won the $1 million last year? And he's like, well, first I paid the IRS. And then she fucking doubled down, asked him again. And he's like, well, first I paid the taxes, and then I bought a cabin in the woods. And she's like, oh, that's great. Something else nice you could do is buy something for your mom. Did you buy something for your mom? Well, no, I'm pretty selfish, I guess. And I'm like, this bitch just made him like
Look like a.
look like a.
I don't think she was trying to get the Savachi thing out of him.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
That would have been funny. Make fucking
Like, hey, did you pay Savachi or anything?
Did you pay Joey? He's not on the
She'd
team
ask him
anymore.
straight up,
That's actually a really brilliant card played by NBC because they got this little innocent girl.
Yeah, 'cause what are you gonna do?
asking
Yell
these
at
hard
the
questions.
And Ralph even introduced her as like the hard hitting, and then did you guys watch it at all?
The press conference?
Yeah,
No.
the press event.
No.
And then I don't remember how it was brought up, but Ralph said something about liking sprinkles on his ice cream or whatever, and then Ricky was like tearing into Ralph about sprinkles. He said something to Malcolm Stewart because he was interviewing him right after, and he's like, can you believe that Ralph likes sprinkles on his ice cream? And Malcolm's like, man, I don't know about all that. Like, he's on it with the chocolate thing? And I'm like, oh, that's a racist thing you're just going with there.
All right, I
First
didn't
off-
watch any of that anyway.
First off,
brilliant
hilarious.
move. Brilliant move, putting an innocent young girl
In front of Tomac.
in front of Tomac, asking him these questions, and Tomac can't talk back.
I'd be like, yo, did you pay Joey? He's not on the team anymore because of the fact that, your AC's on the. You should have paid him a little bit. That'd have been great. No, it'd have been awesome. Been awesome if they brought that up. But anyways, donuts.
All-star, dude. How many times is he gonna offer that to Will? And Will
Do you think Will's just
no.
like, this fucking kid
No.
gets this fucking
Hey,
donut on
hey,
my face?
hey, what are the odds that if Tomac took a bite of that donut and offered it to Will?
Oh,
they
Will
should've
would
been
be
like,
like,
I'm the donut
Oh,
monster.
she'd definitely be all about it. But no, he's even like Mike Palate. You want a part of this?
Yeah,
Fuck
hey Mike,
his-
you want to bite this donut?
that
No.
kid's savage. I like him.
You
Bro.
guys notice the huge booger in his nostril?
Yeah.
Too? I was like,
Oh.
oh, God.
No, he had a huge dirt.
It was a
booger.
huge dangler, dude.
Nah.
But anyways, no. Jet proved last night that he's a real deal, man. I've been
so
good.
So good.
All right, so I got a question for you guys, and I don't know if anybody else noticed it.
Did I have a boner watching how smooth he rides? Yes, I did.
Whoa.
That
I did too,
looked
but-
good.
Whoa, yeah, it did. No, it looked great. That's not what I was getting at, though. Okay, so go back across that
This is
flat
gonna be
left.
in the top 10 of shows,
the
all right?
flat left, and where he was 3 and in before the Dragons back.
Yes.
Carrying
And the
momentum.
second main where they had the flags going, and I know that there was somebody. Okay, so they did it 1 lap. I was like, okay, I couldn't really see. Did it 2 laps, 3 laps, 4 laps, and I'm like, where the fuck is this kid like down?
Yeah.
Did you guys get the sense that they were doing that because they saw that he was the only one 3ing into that rhythm section?
I don't know.
Actually.
But yeah, I did not see a kid down.
There was a kid down, but he wasn't on the track anymore, and they had it going for about 4 laps, and I'm like,
Well, I mean, he slowed down for it, but on the yellow flag, you can still jump.
and I'm thinking
but
that
did you
they're.
notice the first lap they came around to it, he didn't jump at
Yeah,
all,
oh,
and
yeah.
he still made
And
up
he
time
still
on
made
that
up
kid.
time.
I was just looking at it and going, the one thing I could think of is that they were actually trying, and this is like, people would be like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, and I don't know.
It's a huge conspiracy.
But I'm just watching and I'm going, there's nobody down. Like, they're not in the section anymore. He's off the side of the track, and they're still throwing the yellow flag at him, and he's clearly not going to triple in if they're throwing the yellow flag. He's not going to do it. And the only thing I can think of is that, like, they wanted to make shit more exciting because they knew that he had everybody handled. I don't know. I was just thinking about that, and I was getting frustrated.
I don't know about all that. This ain't the NFL.
I looked at that and I'm going, what the fuck? Like, there's nobody down, and it was just, I don't know, it was really bothering me, and you could tell that he was getting upset because every time he'd go to square off the corner and be like, nope, gotta check out.
Yep.
So, no, dude, he's the real deal.
Were there any doubts in your guys' head that first race when that kid on the Yamaha was
Ryder
ahead of
Floyd?
him?
No.
Because we're watching it, and even Ashley's going, that kid's sketchy, and Jet's like just cool. I'm like, oh yeah, like,
No, I
this
knew-
isn't gonna take long.
The moment that I seen that Pierce Brown wasn't there, I knew Jet was going to win it. He could have got dead last off the start, especially
Why
after
was
watching.
Pierce Brown there, by the way?
I don't think KTM wanted him to.
Oh,
because
He was
Where was
supposed to be
Hammaker?
there.
he's got something going on with Cowie.
Hurt again?
No.
No, he's
shit.
not riding
He's got
Cowie
shit
anymore.
going.
Shit.
Joe. Okay, so
So we're not a secretive show here, so you can expand on that.
no, I don't. There's
What is
just
the shit going on with Cowie?
bikes, shit like
Blowing
that.
up?
Well, not. Whoa. Okay, now we're just.
Well, I mean, I know a bunch of them blew up at the Baja Brawl, and we ain't talking about no pro kids at the Baja Brawl.
Kawasaki and Seth Amick I think are gonna have a fucking never-ending dispute about who's gonna get what ride and who's gonna ride where, and you're gonna be here, and then a Japanese kid's not gonna take your ride. And
Oh, so a lawsuit.
things like, maybe.
That would be cool.
Anyway, so the reason why Pierce
That'd be
wasn't
sick.
there is because I think he's riding West Coast with the French kid Brian Moreau, and
Okay.
Jet
Oh,
and
boy.
Jalik aren't racing until East Coast. So it made sense for them to be there. But the moment I saw that Pierce Brown wasn't there, and then I watched Instagram videos of Jet hucking a line in the rhythm section that even Sexton couldn't get over, I'm like, nah, he's got that shit on lock. He's like going fucking quad, and fucking Chase like framed the shit out of it.
Yeah, I might have to go look.
No, Jet's like he's gonna be better than Hunter in Supercross.
Oh yeah.
He's just more naturally
better
talented.
Dude, him calling
Sand
Hunter
track
his
for sure.
sister all fucking
It's gonna
weekend.
be great if they it's gonna be great watching those two go at it.
battle.
Jet, I guarantee next year Southwick he beats everybody by 35 seconds.
There's gonna be a lot. Come on, man. I heard all this Hunter Lawrence hype this year.
No.
Your hype train on Hunter was high,
Yeah, it was high. What happened when the kid got
and
stuck?
he won a moto.
No, he won 2 motos.
Oh, whoops, my bad. He won two.
What was his average starting position? When that fucking Honda was a damn.
Two motos.
When that Honda was
and
in
Millville
like the
drove off
way
track.
you were talking is he would have got a 10th place start and still would have came through and won.
Yeah, he was getting 25th place starts. What are you supposed to do with a 25th place start?
This is
At
what
least
we
get
call
to 10th.
This is what we
He
call.
was getting in the top 10. Did you see what he did at Red Bud?
This is backpedaling.
No, it's me. No.
Yeah,
I didn't think. I didn't
See them words?
I didn't think
He'd
that
spit
fucking
out
Honda.
during
I didn't think that
motocross
Honda. I didn't think that fucking Honda wouldn't be able to get over a tabletop at fucking Red Bud. No, dude,
okay.
that bike was
That
slow as
Honda was
dog.
booty chase.
That bike was slow as dog
It
shit.
was slow.
Yeah, so what are you gonna do? He'll be fucking fine, like first year. But no, Jet's the real deal. The kid's fast. He's just like his brother. They're gonna
He's
be
the new deal.
no,
the new J-Law.
He's the new deal. He is not the new J-Law.
No, he's not. No, Jet will be fine. He'll be really good.
I just can't wait for all the shit talking between them. It's gonna
Did
be
you hear
awesome.
where his dad told Hunter, like, hey, if Jet passes you, just get behind him because he's faster than you in Supercross? Because that's fucking awesome.
No, Jet. It wouldn't
Oh,
surprise.
that's true.
That is true.
I'll be curious to see if, with him riding East Coast, where he's going to fit into all this, because the videos I've seen him at the Honda test track, he was really good.
Are him and Hunter going to be on the same coast?
I think they have Hunter riding West Coast.
All right,
Because
yeah.
East Coast is going to be J-Mart, Sexton, obviously, and who fucking knows what's happening with Christian Craig.
What's Dorkner?
Fortner, East Coast. Dude, he just
Did you
had
see his
surgery.
Instagram with him renting that fucking Lambo in Vegas?
Bro,
What?
why
Yeah.
are you guys always eating on Fortner?
I
mean,
Why are you guys always eating on Fortner?
At least
I
it's
don't
just a
like
rented
Lambo.
Lambo.
Like, for real. Well,
Sorry, I don't
he
like
can
Lambo.
afford a Lambo, let's be real.
Well, yeah.
Why
Okay.
are you guys always eating on Fortner? Just because everybody at this table hates fucking Fortner. Like, don't be fucking
You
dissing
mean
on
because
him.
he's married a monster girl he's known for 6 months?
Who gives a shit? She's fucking hot.
Yeah.
And he's like, what, 21? Probably the first pussy he's ever had in his life.
Yeah.
Let it happen, dog.
That divorce is going to be spectacular.
No.
Oh my god, you better hit her with the prenup.
No,
Oh,
man,
you
he'll
better,
be fine.
because
Because
otherwise he's going to be
better
broke
Bro, he's gonna
and
be-
with no skills.
Howie's going to be getting fucking paying him till the day he retires.
No
he's
way.
going to be fine.
No
You
way.
think they
Because
keep him all the way through?
Yes, I do.
Because
Yes, I do.
when she divorces him, his skills are going to go in the shitter.
Well, I wasn't
Yeah.
talking about that. I was just talking about the fact of talent. I mean, dude, he's going to be the favorite this year. We're not going to get no. He's going to be the favorite.
It's going to be. It's
Let-
going to be
let-
a
we'll wait for the
Talladega-
preview show for this, so hold your horses.
It's gonna be
Let's
a
just
Talladega
hammer out this
Nights.
MEC stuff.
Okay, all right. So
Chad Reed was irrelevant, so I don't even know why you have him on this list, honestly.
because he didn't ride for JGR, he rode a fucking Honda.
And he took Ben Schiermeyer with him.
Yes.
And, well,
And
can we talk
Goose.
about Mike Alessi on a 325?
Can you
Why
talk
is he-
about Mike Alessi's boots and gear?
No, I
No, no one.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah,
Bro, I want to know, speaking of boots and gear, the whole Liat Moto Concepts thing, why the fuck is Vince Freeze not on this list?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, where's Vince Freezy
What
with
the fuck?
that Liat
What is
low-key
this?
ride?
Bro.
That was a Liat low-key ride.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you just?
I'm a little butthurt that he was wearing Tech 10s.
Your
though.
butt hurts after getting fisted? Is that what it is?
He was wearing Tech 10s.
Are you going to be
so-
happy your boy Justin Hill's going to be in Liat? Oh, yeah, is he wearing Liat?
I saw him rocking a helmet, man.
Oh man, dude, all three.
I don't know what
rounds
they're
he
doing.
goes.
That contract's so weird to me right now because I've seen pictures of them wearing the helmet, and then I've seen pictures of them back in their own helmet, and then I've seen pictures of them in the Liat boots, and then I see pictures of Vince Freezy and Tech 10s this weekend,
Well, you
and
know-
Justin Hill and Garnets.
It's Moto Concepts, bro. No one
And
really
you got
knows what they're
Malcolm.
doing.
You got Malcolm in 7 gear and Brayton in fly gear.
And I just want to touch base. We talk about it maybe a little bit in the group chat. With that being a more performance-based contract, does Justin Hill?
Ricky
position-
Carmichael seems to
No.
think so.
Nope.
I don't really know. I honestly don't know. I think the only way I will give you a solid answer is I have to see how his first 4 or 5 rounds go.
Until he shows, I have zero confidence.
Now that bike is definitely a lot better than that JGR Suzuki, and that's not a knock on Suzuki. I just think that the JGR program is shit. But that
It's not on Suzuki.
it's not a knock on Suzuki. It's a knock on JGR.
I think JGR tries to do too much.
Yeah, they do. They try to overpower things, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're JGR. We have the NASCAR, so we can do everything
have
on our
all
own."
these billet machines and stuff, and we're putting more weight here where the weight shouldn't
Yeah.
be, and taking shit out.
I think
that's
he's going to
what
be good. I think he's going to be good on the Honda. I mean, we know that Justin Hill, as far as natural talent, is maybe the most naturally talented dude out of anybody lining up. It's just maybe the performance-based contract is going to light a fire in his ass. Who knows? We're going to have
That's
to
what
see.
I'm hoping.
It's going
That's
to
what
take.
I'm
I'm going to wait to pass judgment on that for 4 or 5 rounds.
I saw a really funny comment. It said, "We can work with speed."
Yeah, people have been saying that since the Dean Wilson thing. Speaking of Dean Wilson,
I'm gutted.
dude, hip
Horrible.
problem, man. I think he's out. I think he's out for 2020.
I think so too.
You think it's that bad, huh?
Is he signed for 2021 too?
No.
No,
He's only for
just
2020. That's why I was. Yeah.
Man, and he was going fast.
He was looking.
He
good.
was going fast.
Who gets the call?
Do you think anybody gets a goal?
No, I don't think they fill the spot. They got 2.
By the way, Husky's got a lot of weird shit going on right now because they got, the fourth with that's an unfortunate.
Benny Bloss get the call?
No,
Maybe.
No,
That'd
I
be
don't
cool.
think they.
But
fill
no,
the spot.
I don't think so. Not with Zacho and Ando.
Ando.
But with that 250 squad, they got a lot of weird shit going on because they got Mosman locked up, which was a great fucking. That was
Good
smart.
diamond in the rope.
But you got Jalik Swole, who knows what he's going to do. I think he's going to be a
Nothing.
bust.
Yep.
Jordan Bailey's supposed to be off that team, but everything
Joe.
I've seen that he is still rocking Rockstar Husky shit, and he was actually at the Florida Gold Cup Series rocking a bunch of Husky stuff, riding a Husky.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going to happen
I
there.
saw Covington in a monster hat and a factory effect shirt.
Yeah, well, apparently he's riding for, what is it?
Some Yamaha team.
A Yamaha team. He's going back over to the GPs, which is really weird.
Shocker.
I forgot what team it is. I don't know.
Remember that hype train?
There was a lot of
His
people.
hype, his hype team, he was going to win Daytona.
Oh, dude, Covington.
You said he was going to win Daytona.
I did. He didn't even race Daytona.
He's gonna win Daytona. He's gonna win the outdoors.
I should have bet
No,
the house. on
I
that.
never said he was going to win outdoors.
I
said he
should have
was
bet the house on that one.
Yeah, well, fucking, hey, man, Epstein-Barr virus. Hey, Bogle had it. Everybody's got it, apparently. Kenny had it.
I think I got it.
Maybe.
Yep, that's the thing.
So anyways, can we, before we go to Mookie, can we talk about Vince Freeze?
Were you really impressed?
Oh,
I think his fitness wasn't there, but speed was there.
And I was
You
going
think
through the
so?
same thing as you guys, man. It's Monster Cup. It's one line because I think the track sucked. I don't know.
That did.
one
That
line.
The track was
It one line.
terrible.
It was one line.
And it was a 10-lap sprint. But yo, if anybody would have told me that Freezy would have led more than a lap at any point, I would have been like,
I
that's-
figured he'd be up front because he gets good starts.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
dude, the way I look at it is Monster Cup, the only 2 people there were basically Eli and AC.
I thought Mookie.
Well, why don't you have J-Mod on here too? And why don't you have Timmy G?
Bro,
Why-
I
let's have
was
10 guys
just
around
off the top, spitballing.
All right, so Vince Freeze,
yeah.
he's gonna be good. I think he's probably gonna have his best year he's ever had coming into 2020 because he looks good.
Put that gear out front.
Yep. I don't know where his fitness is gonna be because, like you just said, his fitness has always been kind of an issue. But I think
He's gonna be a Bogle. He's gonna get a start and then fade to 12th.
Bogle was good at the end of last year. Supercross.
Yeah, but
Not
that's
No,
Oh,
he's just taking a page out of the Alessi book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get a
Supercross
start
for
and get
sure.
away for the first half of the
Yeah.
race.
Hey man, though that whole combo they got going on with that color scheme on the bike and with the Liat gear, it looks good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Fucking whole take. Thank you. I had a
did
big hand in that whole thing. I set the deal up.
Okay.
Mookie.
Go buy
Dude,
If you want to buy
Mookie's
Leatt
fast.
gear, let me know.
Mookie is fast.
Mookie's real fast.
And I was super gutted that he got a shit start in that third main.
yes.
Because I was really thinking that if he'd have got a
You
start,
think he could have been up in that battle with those guys?
I
was
think he would have.
super pumped that he won that second man.
and the fact that he hasn't raced in 9 months coming off from a snapped femur. By the way, I want to see this video that Ricky, did you hear Ricky explaining the video of what happened in the whoops with him?
No,
okay,
it
so-
was on the broadcast last night.
I don't know if they talked about it in the broadcast, but they talked about it in the, I caught the last, they on whatever, Feld Entertainment, they
Ricky
broadcast.
sounded like an idiot is where you're going?
No, what happened with well, yeah, he always sounds like a idiot. What happened with Mookie's bike in the whoops? Apparently his chain derailed.
No shit.
The chain
That
derailed in the
makes
whoops.
sense.
But here's the thing, the chain put itself back on. The chain derailed, he skipped across, the front end dropped, and the chain wrapped itself back around the sprocket and reattached itself.
See, that's what that explains it, because I was wondering why he had all that momentum. Why go that far forward like that?
Yeah, Ricky was just saying that it literally looked like when the front end dropped is because the chain derailed, and then as he dropped in and the forks loaded up, I don't know if it was just inertia, but when the back end weighted, it actually squatted it, and the chain kind of wrapped itself back around the top of the sprocket. And he goes, I've never seen anything like that before.
No.
And I want to see the video because I've never seen anything like that before. Once that chain usually drops, it drops to the swing arm. It doesn't stay.
That's interesting. I have to go back and rewatch that.
I want to talk
video
about
for sure.
fucking bad luck.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. No, Mookie looked really good.
But I heard he was gonna look good because I heard he's been flying at the test track.
he's jacked this year.
Flying at the test track. You mean his backyard?
Yes.
Yes, his backyard. By the way, he was flying in some of those outdoor videos he was posting. Holy fuck. Reminded me of watching James.
Oh God, I started getting the boner.
I fucking know.
James,
Just fucking holy shit.
James, come back.
So yeah, no, I got some high hopes for him going into 2020.
Yeah.
And he actually looks. I mean, Mookie's always been big. We know he's a physical guy.
Which drug?
Adderall. But no, he actually looked like he lost a lot of weight this year.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be very interesting.
We can talk about Jeremy Martin too. That was a bit of a surprise for me that he was
bad. I
racing.
knew he would look all right on that 450
The fact
after
that
his Daytona.
The fact that he hasn't raced in 16 months, and the fact that he hasn't been riding a 450 and just, oh yeah, we're gonna ride Monster Cup.
Dude, when I saw that release on Racer X, I was like, all right, is this real? Like,
That's what I was saying. I looked at it and I'm like, no.
Actually, I scrolled through Facebook, I saw it, and I was like, this is fake. And then I saw it was Racer X, and I was like, this is not fake.
He looked good.
No, it was
He
good.
really did. Now, yeah, he still looked a little timid, but I mean, he
Well.
hasn't raced in 16 months.
Yeah.
And that showed some balls.
Yeah.
Like, real, I know it's the Monster Cup, but that showed some balls. And going to the final Honda guy that I'm glad he made it through safe.
Timmy G.
Two fours, Tim Geiser. That was awesome.
That was
What, you were
great.
impressed?
No, I was gonna say I am pretty impressed after seeing his experience last year.
For a
or
guy-
2 years ago.
2 years
Riding,
That
well,
was
he was
good.
riding MX suspension. He was
Yeah.
riding motocross suspension.
That year.
Yeah.
Okay, that was.
He
dumb.
wasn't riding supercross suspension, and nobody told him, "Hey, this is a good idea." Maybe it's not. You know,
Gonna be a
That's
good
good,
idea.
man.
which people would be like, "Oh, well, Timmy should." No, Tim Geiser should know. He doesn't fucking ride supercross. He doesn't ride supercross. he
So
doesn't
for not riding Supercross, yes, he beat some
So,
pretty good guys.
Sad thing, I don't.
So
think
let's
it's
go
coming.
back to MXoN Supercross of Nations talk.
Stats.
This is a second time, first time maybe on Supercross suspension. We don't know. And he rode pretty damn good. I know it wasn't a full-on Supercross track.
Well,
There were no whoops.
This was the hypothetical
But-
I was just about to ask. How do you think
so-
he would do if he actually focused on supercross? Because let's be real, Tim Geiser, talent is not a fucking issue with that dude.
Talent is not a fucking issue, and the send it is not a fucking issue.
How do you think he would do? Give him a year. Give him a year of riding supercross. How do you
It's
guys
hard
think
to
he would
say
do?
because is he gonna stay off the ground? If
Give
he
him
stays
4
off,
weeks. Give him
if he
4 weeks of riding nothing but whoops.
If he stays off the ground, then I think he's.
How do you think? Honestly,
fast.
honestly, how do you guys think he would do? Give it.
Sad
Okay, give him
thing is
6
I
months.
6 to 9. No, I think he'd be right around 10.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think he'd be in the top 10.
His first year, yeah, I could see that. I really do. I agree with that. I think he would be. I think
Yep.
he would be a 8 to 12, 8 to 13 guy.
I mean, you just don't win a world title multiple times and not have
No,
talent.
dude's an
So,
animal, and his racecraft is through the roof. Like
And he's got no chill.
no, he doesn't.
No, he's not afraid to hit the fucking ground.
No,
Nope.
well, he hit the ground enough for the last 3 years, and then finally, even winning a championship, he hit the ground again.
Did you hear about the fine when he wrapped up the title for the GP? His dad hasn't been coming to the GPs now because he's got a girlfriend or whatever, and so he fucking literally flew his helicopter in like 5 minutes before the fucking start of the motos and landed on the start straight. Whatever GP it was, he wrapped the title up. Like literally landed his
Yeah, I
helicopter
think that
on
was
the
even
start
more,
straight.
maybe.
His dad did?
Yeah.
So this dude comes from money.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Apparently.
Well, I didn't know this, and they showed on the MX Nation like that whole dude. His fucking like he had an older brother. His older brother died because his dad used to race professionally back in the day, and apparently his older brother at the time he was a kid. I don't know, he was like 8 or 9. They were at a practice track in Holland or something, and he was telling his dad, he was talking to his dad, like, hey, you need to hit the line here. So his dad was out riding, and the kid wasn't paying attention, and he, like, cross-started going up the face, and the kid didn't know that his dad was behind him, and his fucking dad landed on him and fucking killed him.
No shit.
Yeah. So, like, that whole like, dude, so, like, Tim, like, that's where 243 comes from. That was his brother's number. And he said he'll always run 243. So I don't see, that's why even after winning the championship in, what was it, 16?
Still ran 243.
He still ran 243 because that was a tribute to his brother. So I didn't know that. Like that whole fucking family, like dude, they've been through some shit.
Yeah.
But no, that was just awesome, dude. I like Tim. I like Tim. I think that for me, he's probably my favorite GP rider because it's just his style and his attitude, and he just loves to ride. He's like, I'm just here to ride. I'm just here to have fun.
I wish he'd take that neck brace off.
I fucking know. And I wish he would stop wearing fucking Fox helmets because that stupid fucking visor every time he crashes pops off.
Okay, so let's get to the 2 main events of the night here.
Yeah.
Monster Kawasaki, Eli and AC.
Let's be real. They should have. The fact that they went 1-2, is that really surprising? I mean, we just went through it. J Mart hasn't raced in 16 months. Mookie hasn't raced in 9. Tim Geiser, we don't need to go through that. Vince Freeze, not a top 10 guy.
Like I
Chad
said,
who?
this was
Chad who? Barsha was fast, but his starts were
Yeah,
terrible.
Barsha who? Where are you?
Yeah, and AP, I still think whatever fucking he did at the Daytona thing, dude, I still think that's going to be an issue going forward. He was not.
I think his career's over.
What?
AP?
Yeah, that crash.
Well, I think his
it
career's
reminds
over.
me a lot of. It gives me flashbacks to Nico Izzy's injury that kind of ended his career.
Dude, the heel. Oh.
I mean, the thing is, he had a kid, got married, heel injury. Like that's it.
He's not the same guy. No.
But the messed up thing is guys that I know that are close to him and stuff. He had to complete 6 races in Supercross to get paid.
Yep.
He did 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they also forced him to ride outdoors to make money.
Oh, he had to ride outdoors to get paid.
Yeah, because he came back at round, was it High Point? Round 3 or 4? 4.
Something like that.
Yeah, he had to ride.
I
Like, his
remember
contract-
seeing him at Redbud with that thing taped up, and he was struggling to get his boot off.
Dude, and yeah, I agree. I mean, Nico, after he fucking put his heel through, like he was never the same.
Mm-hmm.
Now, thankfully with AP, he's not a douchebag like Nico was, so I don't think he's me and Nico have a history. I don't like that kid.
What'd you guys do?
I just
You guys used to party?
No, we didn't used to fucking party. I
You
grew
guys
up
party in Temecula?
No, Jesus Christ, Justin Brayton.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We got
let's
7 minutes. Let's wrap this
no
up.
man.
All
We'll
right,
go past 7. It'll be
yeah,
fine.
we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll be good. AC.
Stop, restart. I mean,
Yeah, it'll be fine, dude. It'll be fine. This is the first show we've all done together in months. Get over it.
Okay.
You guys miss me?
Eli, not really, not at all. I saw you on Friday.
So,
I gotta get that footage from you.
Eli, once again, the fact that
Look at that.
how stupid. He should have won the million again.
Yep.
Eli?
Yeah, he should have won. And I'm sitting there the second main, and I go, that's an Eli thing. That's definitely that's typical fucking
Oh
Eli.
man, dude, that crash in the second one.
And the third main, he was definitely the fastest. AC was holding him up, and I really wish Eli would
Yeah,
have.
but I want to point this out. Though.
No, he was holding him up.
No. I want to point this out though. He had the pass made. AC outsmarted him.
No, I was about to get that with AC. AC's racecraft was amazing that third main. But let's be real. If that wasn't his teammate, Eli punts him, and it's over with. Like, I don't care what anybody says. AC was not faster than Eli. He was holding him. But that's part of racecraft, kind of like what Marv was doing to Eli at Southwick a couple years ago. Fucking riding a wide bike. He was making him ride his race. He was protecting the inside. It was good. AC rode great. But anybody notice how pissed off Eli was after that main? How when they went through and like AC was fist bumping and Eli just kind of looked at him.
Yeah.
And he was about to ride back to the truck and he's oh fuck, now I gotta do these interviews.
I gotta say hi to him.
Yeah, no, there's no love lost, and this isn't going to be a buddy. Hey, we're good friends.
And I was telling Emily that we were watching it this morning. She doesn't know much about the sport, so I always fill her in on that kind of stuff. AC was like, yeah, talking about Eli, like I've looked up to him, all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's fake. If you remember the Suzuki thing where Suzuki wanted to sign AC and Tomac and family were like, no, we don't want that
the
guy
whole
on the team
cold
with
breast
us, so.
bullshit. Yeah, no, there's going to be no love lost, and I don't think this whole it's going to be worse than the Savachi thing.
How awkward do you think this truck's gonna be here when AC starts beating him during the Supercross season? Because it's going to happen.
The only reason AC is going to beat Eli during the Supercross season is because Eli's going to pull bonehead moves.
Yeah,
outright,
but
AC
still.
is not... Dude, AC is not better than Eli. AC rode great.
But the thing is Eli will get a shit start. AC will get a good start.
Yeah.
And that'll happen more times than not.
I don't know how to feel about this whole this whole Kali dynamic. They have the best team between two guys as far as results and speed.
Well, even like staff wise, I think they got Oscar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he moved over from Kenny.
Yeah.
No, they have a great thing going, but I also think that AC and Eli are going to pull AC and Eli shit, and that sounds ridiculous because they both just
AC
went out.
already did.
He already did first
Yeah.
main. Yeah.
Dude, he was getting that lean angle way too. Bro, he was not even out of the fucking tunnel. He's like, no, I'm going to fucking start arcing this corner. Bro, you're not in the corner yet.
Which sucks because I think that first main he would have been gone.
He would have won that one.
AC is going to be really fast, and I think he's going to have flashes of brilliance. But I said he's going to do the same thing that Savachi and Osborne at the end of Supercross last year. He's not going to get a bunch of wins. He's not going to get a bunch of podiums.
He'll be a Triple Crown guy.
He will be a Triple Crown guy, but anybody that thinks AC and I
You
hate
don't think he's going to win?
Do I think he's going to win a main?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's going to win.
I don't see him holding off Tomac like he did like that for 20 laps.
And do you honestly believe that if Kenny gets in behind him and if Kenny's Kenny he's gonna be able to hold off Kenny? No. He's not. I don't see him beating Kenny. I don't see him beating Eli. I don't see him beating Marv, Ando. Anybody who thinks he's gonna beat Webb is ridiculous. He's gonna be in that second tier with Savachi, Osborne, where Malcolm should be. Can't say Dino because Dino's probably not racing. He's in that tier. Now, yes, he's gonna have flash of brilliance, but so did Joey and Zacho. Joey was leading mains. Joey was fastest qualifier. Zacho was leading the main. Zacho had top 3 qualifying times.
Yeah.
But AC, why do we think that AC is going to be any better than what Zacho and Joey were? Because he wasn't better than them in his 250 career.
It reminded me a lot of Monster Cup last year where Joey came out.
Yeah, Joey should have won the last main. And I know you're a big AC guy, but do you really think that AC is going to be whooping on Zacho? Because I don't see it.
Good question. That's a good question. You know, you're putting me between a rock and a hard place here. Hold on.
Oh, by the way,
Whose wiener would
Matt wanted me to tell you that AC is his boy, not yours. So
Matt can suck my fucking dick.
and Matt's got it even worse because he had Dino, AC, and Eli all in the 450
Does
class.
Matt even watch these anymore?
I don't know.
I think
Who
so.
cares?
So, anyways, that's my point exactly. You said that Zacho's a title contender. If you think AC is better than Zacho, then you're fucking saying AC is going to be a championship guy.
No. I don't think that.
6 to 9, dude. AC is truly a 6 to 9 guy.
I would do that with mixed in podiums. Yep. For next
A
year.
Triple Crown podium.
So there you go. Because there's people like Daniel Blair's one of them. They think that he's going to go out and win champion. Dude, he's not. He's not going to do it. He didn't even win a Supercross championship.
I don't think he's going
He
to do
did
it.
look good though.
I don't think
He
his
looked
first,
good.
I don't think his first year. No.
But it was Monster Cup.
Right.
It was Monster Cup. It was 10 laps. Do you think he would have done it for another 10?
No.
Do you think he would have done it that wasn't a real Supercross track. There was no whoops. Well, AC rode good, but let's be real. It was Monster Cup. And
Let's just get to A1, bro.
So I don't know. I think that it was a good starting point.
AC in on any off-season races?
Not that I know of.
Is he going overseas or anything?
No, he's not in for the AusX Open. He's not in for Bercy. No, I think he's just literally going to be grinding out laps in the test track.
I think he is testing and going.
But him and Eli definitely going to be testing together.
Here's the
Now-
magic question. This is the game I like.
Well, we got less than a minute. So.
Okay, this is the game I like. Team manager. Who you putting on the Husky?
For Dino's run? If there was some like out of the people available,
Yeah.
well, who's available? Bloss is like kind of the only one,
Your
right?
boy Savachi is.
Lost.
No, Savachi's going to
Savachi.
JGR. Savachi. Dog, yeah, I'd love to see Joey on that fucking Husky, but I think he's going to JGR. Or he is going to JGR.
I don't feel
Do
it.
you call Josh Grant in?
Nope, I don't feel it.
Do you call some Dylan Long?
Dylan Long. Fuck yeah, I'd like to see Dylan Long over here. That'd be awesome. No, if Joey didn't end up on JGR, I'd fucking give him that ride. He deserves it. Are you kidding me? But he's gonna end up on JGR.
Too late to pull out?
Pull-out game.
JGR's got Joey's got a kid, so apparently his pull-out game ain't strong.
Well, I mean, apparently, he's pretty good at one-year deals.
Well,
I mean, you might as well pull out of this one-year deal and jump into another one.
Yeah, because that JGR is gonna be a turd, but you
I
know
like how
what?
he turned down the Honda one-year deal to go to a JGR one-year deal. That was a smooth move.
No, that JGR.
Your boy is.
I don't think he
That
ever-
JGR.
Really? Do you have that set up for Windows?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so final thoughts. You first.
As far as what going forward to 2020?
Yes.
Dude, it's going to be interesting with all the moving parts going on. Like we just talked about the Kali dynamic. What's going to happen with Joey? Is Husky going to fill a spot? You know, how's Zacho going to do?
Who else is going to get hurt in the offseason?
Who else is going to get hurt? Is Kenny going to be Kenny? I mean, I know we're going to talk about this on the preview show, but is Kenny going to be Kenny? Because I'm going to sit here to tell you that if Kenny has a full offseason, he's going to go in. I don't know, man.
He's pretty good at winning A1, man.
Is Eli going to... Well, Eli ain't going to win Supercross Championship, let's be real. Cooper Webb. Dude, come on.
I watched the season over again. They got those little extended race highlights or whatever, and it's from race 1 all the way to 17 on YouTube. Dude, Webb was head and shoulders better than everybody.
He was. Everybody forgets that. Everybody likes
watching him and like some of the lines he was taking and the stuff he figured out late in the
Just
game.
go back to the Roxon race where where the fucking closest race in history.
Yeah,
like everybody seems to think just because Eli went on that tear that oh man he blew a chip. No, everybody forgets. There for what was it 7-8 races. Webb was head and shoulders and it wasn't even close. I know people don't like him and I know people don't want to admit that, but he's got to be the favorite.
That bike looks so good.
All right.
It looked way better than it did outdoors. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no
It didn't
shit.
look like a turd outdoors.
Final question. Tomac 2020 champion for Supercross.
No.
We said this last year, man. I think his window of opportunity is closed.
Okay, great.
What do you think?
Cool.
No?
Nope.
Because how old is he? He's going to be 28, right?
Yep.
28?
Yep.
Yeah, he's probably only going to race for another 2 years.
Well, however long his deal is. When his
So-
deal is done, he's
And
done.
you got a guy like Webb. You got a guy like Roxon.
And now you got a guy like AC pushing you, and that's not going to make things easier, even though if you know that you're better.
and it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the egos are around the truck.
If AC smokes him most of the year, I think that he
Because
retires
everybody
after
will
this
be
season.
hyping AC up around the truck, and then Tomac won't be the big dog anymore.
So, then to add on to that, though, if we all kind of agree, he's got 2 more years, right?
Yep.
Is that what we kind of think?
Yep.
Does he win 2 straight outdoor titles again, or not? So make it 5 in a row, or does he get a Supercross championship? Which one's more likely?
2 outdoors.
2 outdoors more likely
Yep.
than a Supercross title.
I have to agree.
Okay, we've blabbered long enough here. So this has been our special off-season edition episode of the Moto Aftermath Show presented by TLR Coatings. Again, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this video. Make sure to follow us on all the major social media networks. There's Patreon links. There's new merch. Would you
Want me to
guys
plug Sailor Boy?
shut the fuck up? I'm trying to do the outro.
Surprised you're not talking, just plugging and stuff.
Well, I'll comment on the video and then go to my page. And subscribe.
Anyway, like I said, the fantasy motocross guys, first and second place. Contact me. I'll get you your stuff. Last episode in the studio, bud. You weren't here at the beginning when we talked about this. We're moving 3 feet back here, but it'll be different. It'll be completely
3
different.
feet back.
When we start Supercross Preview 2020 here, we're gonna be.
Did you get a picture of Matt Wyman for the back? Or?
Fuck no. Fuck that.
Or
You got a
Yeah.
picture of you on that 150 from back in the day.
Yes.
Oh, I'll be down.
Yeah,
So
Let's
anyway,
put pictures of all of us
what
on
was that,
there.
a TLD helmet?
just
Did you
big,
use
Polka
just
dot
big,
one.
like
Wyman had a matching one because he
yeah,
wanted to be like me.
just like fat head, like wall decals of our faces
I think
God,
I'm
no.
on a tarp.
God, no.
That'd be awesome. So thanks for tuning in. We will see everybody
are we thinking for
December. We'll talk about that when we get done. December.
Just follow the
for
social media
Yep.
channels and we'll keep everybody updated on that.
for the 2020 Supercross preview show. Later. At least he got it done.
Please, you got to fix